Hello YouTube, Calliper here. Today I'm going to tell you how to replace the brake caliper. As you can see, I've already changed the discs and pads. However, when coming to bleed the brakes, the bleed nipple, the internal threads were completely gone and I can't tighten it up, and it's got lots of movement left and right. Tried replacing an old nipple I had, but yeah, it's not the nipple, it's actually internal threads. What you're going to need to do is obviously take the wheel off, jack the car up, block the brake line hose with some locking pliers. You need a screwdriver to undo this. You can need a 13mm to undo that, and then a 13mm to actually undo the brake lines itself. So let's get to it. Now, the first bit is always a bit of a nightmare. You can try and disconnect this later on. However, I find actually it's better to disconnect the brake lines and the handbrake line first. So all you're going to do is you're going to depress this, and then you're going to get a screwdriver in there and remove this ball. It should pop up and out that way. Okay, it is pretty, I'm not going to lie, it's a bit of a pain in the arse, and I'm going to have to use 2 hand twist jobs. I'm going to have to put the camera down. You see I've elevated it slightly. It just should squeeze out like so. The next bit, all you do is you pry these bits open with a screwdriver, like so, on each side, and then it should just pull out that way. Okay, it's quite difficult. I'll put a bit WD-40 on it, but yeah, we'll go with that, and it literally should just pull out. Might have to rotate this round slightly, and it should just, yeah, like so, pull out. As you can see, down there, I've managed to pry it open slightly, and there is a tiny bit of a gap. Now, what you do, you get your screwdriver, you put it in there, and you just wiggle it out. And there's a really small bit in there, and it should just come out. I'm going to try and use some pliers on this. So that small gap in there, that's where you want to get it in. It should just pull out. As you can see, I pulled it out a bit more, but it's a two-handed job, so I'm going to have to cut out. Right, now that's finally out, you should just be able to put it through there. Now, the next bit is this nut here, which is a 13mm. Now, you've got to make sure it's clamped first at the top, and all you're going to do is loosen it in situ on the car, okay? Because otherwise it's a nightmare. Otherwise the caliper moves everywhere, and yeah, it just doesn't make it very easy. So once that's loosened off, it'll be a good idea to then undo these two 13mm bolts at the back of the caliper, okay? So you see the caliper there, there's one there, and there's one there, okay? These come out, and yeah, so we get our 13mm. Always try and use a ring spanner, and then yeah, we'll undo it. That's one, and the same process on the one underneath. Yeah, once them bolts are out, this should just pull out slightly. And just hang it down, okay? If it's on the front, you can hang this up, but unfortunately, because it's on the back, you don't really hang it up. And all we're going to do is undo this again with the 13mm. At this point, it's really important that you have your next caliper ready so that we can just put reconnect the line pretty much straight away. Right, okay, so I've put that on. I've tightened it up just enough, really, so there's a bit of pressure, and then I'll fully tighten it up once it's in the car. This, I'll put that in to stop it from leaking everywhere, because obviously brake fluid is corrosive. What we're going to do now is we're going to put the brake pads back in. They just slot in, and then we're just going to put the caliper on it, and then we're going to attach these 2 bolts again. But yeah, so once that's in, put a bit of silicone grease on these, and then yeah, we'll be good to go. When tightening these, you're going to need a 15mm there and 30mm on the back. You just simply turn it like so. Once you've done this nut, that one, all you're going to do Let's give them both a courtesy check. At this point, it's good to take these off. Check for leaks here. If it does leak, just tighten it up a bit more. Obviously, another point you're going to do is when you start bleeding the system, you will check here for leaks again. Just this bit here. Now to reconnect this, what we're going to do is put it through here. He says, through there. And exactly the same but in reverse. So you're going to push this down and then push a screwdriver to try and get it in. Obviously it's a two-handed job, but as you can see, push down, apply a screwdriver, whatever, and get it in there, okay? Right, yeah, as I said, it was a bit of a nightmare to get that in. You go up and then you've got to push this down like that and get a screwdriver to bring it through. And then your next step is to get this bit through. And all you're going to do after that is reslot this clip on, yeah, and then yeah, just use pliers to clamp it on. So now that's in, give it a little tug to make sure it's done. Yep, so that's all good. When we bleed the brakes, what we're going to do is check that screw up there doesn't leak. Now, thank you very much for watching. I've got a video on how to self-bleed, and I'll put that in the description or at the end credits. So yeah, thanks again, and we'll see you soon. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos on the Audi B6, Spitfire, and classic G-Wagon.